The Mi 4 and the OnePlus One were great flagships on a budget last year, and they were quite evenly matched for the most part. The OnePlus 2 and the Mi Note Pro are current flagships for OnePlus and Xiaomi respectively. So in this video, let's take a quick look at both, see what's different. Hey guys, Ash here from C4A Tech, and this is a quick comparison of the OnePlus 2 versus the Xiaomi Mi Note Pro. Let's get started. With the Mi Note Pro, Xiaomi's managed to come out with a relatively fresh design. We have Gorilla Glass to the front and back, 2.5D glass to the front, meaning a subtle curve along the sides, and 3D glass to the back, meaning a more pronounced curve to the sides. We have metal all around. OnePlus, on the other hand, with the OnePlus 2, have gone with metal for the sides, but the back's user removable. Just like with the Mi Note Pro, there's neither a memory card slot nor a user removable battery here. OnePlus will be selling back replacements that help you customize the look and feel of your device though. Now the Mi Note Pro is the taller and wider of the two, quite understandable since it sports a larger display, but the OnePlus 2 is thicker and heavier. With regards to the hardware, both phones have a few advantages over the other. The OnePlus 2 has a dedicated toggle for notifications that lets you either allow all notifications or just the priority ones, or even turn off notifications entirely. The home key on the OnePlus 2 also doubles as a fingerprint scanner. Keep in mind this is just a capacitive key and cannot be pushed down. That being said, you can wake the OnePlus 2 by setting the fingerprint lock and holding your finger to the home key even with the screen off. The OnePlus 2 also sports the larger capacity battery here, 3300 mAh compared to 3000 mAh on the Mi Note Pro. We've already reviewed the Mi Note Pro and found the battery life to be quite mediocre. While we are yet to review the OnePlus 2, our initial testing indicates that the battery life is much better on the OnePlus 2. It's also worth noting that the OnePlus 2 sports a USB Type-C port that will let you plug in your cable either way. No more hunting to find the right way to plug your cable in. On the other hand, the Mi Note Pro does support fast charging. The Mi Note Pro also sports a larger and higher resolution display here, 5.7-inch Quad HD compared to the 5.5-inch Full HD display on the OnePlus 2. This means text and images on the Mi Note Pro appear sharper thanks to the more pixel-dense display. To put that in numbers, 515 pixels per inch on the Mi Note Pro compared to 401 pixels per inch on the OnePlus 2. The OnePlus 2's display, while not as punchy as the one on the Mi Note Pro, definitely feels like a step up from the one found on the OnePlus One. Viewing angles, colors, it's all better now. Underneath the hood, both phones sport the best chip that Qualcomm has to offer, the Snapdragon 810. That's two sets of 4 cores, one set of Cortex A57 cores and another set of Cortex A53 cores coupled with an Adreno 430 GPU. The cores are clocked lower on the OnePlus 2. This meant that in our time with the OnePlus 2, we really didn't experience any overheating issues. The Mi Note Pro, on the other hand, did tend to run a little hot with tasks like gaming. Another difference worth noting is that the OnePlus 2 has different RAM configurations, 3GB of RAM on the 16GB variant, 4GB of RAM on the 64GB variant, whereas the Mi Note Pro comes with just 4GB of RAM on board. With regards to cameras, both phones sport 13MP rear cameras with optical image stabilization. The OnePlus 2 does have a laser assist for autofocus. The camera UI on the Mi Note Pro though seems more refined. There are a lot more options, different modes, easy to access filters and so on. The user interface on the OnePlus 2 is not too bad either. While it doesn't appear quite as polished, it does feel functional. Both phones can shoot 4K video and sport decent front-facing cameras, 5MP on the OnePlus 2, 4MP with a large 1x3 micron pixel size on the Mi Note Pro. Now with that, we get to the software. The Mi Note Pro runs on Android 5 Lollipop with MIUI 6 on top. MIUI 7 is currently in beta and should be rolling out soon. MIUI is a pretty heavy interface. The icons are flat, there is no app drawer, and if you aren't a fan of this design, you can change it all from the Themes app since MIUI is extremely customizable. You could even take individual aspects from themes and mix and match. Use the icons pack from a theme, the lock screen from another, and so on. MIUI is very intuitive and there are a lot of features here. Right from the way you manage icons on the home screen to the way MIUI handles notifications, it all feels easy to use, but does provide you a lot of granular control over almost every aspect of the interface. Whether it's installing a bunch of apps or turning on the flashlight quick, it all starts feeling natural once you spend a week or two with this phone. With the 810 chip and 4GB of RAM underneath, MIUI on the Mi Note Pro is the most fluid it's ever felt. On the other hand, the OnePlus 2 runs on OnePlus's own Oxygen OS 2.0, stemming from the fact that their relationship with Cyanogen met a very sad and public end. Oxygen OS is mostly stock, but for a few tweaks. For starters, just like with the OnePlus One, you get to choose between on-screen and capacitive keys. You can even customize what each button does. For example, I've set up the home key to mimic Samsung's quick camera launch functionality. You also have unlock gestures with the screen off. You get to choose between light and dark themes for the UI. And then there's a new Oxygen OS feature called Shelf. This is a screen where your commonly used apps and frequent contacts are listed. Nice. Overall, the Mi Note Pro and the OnePlus 2 are both pretty responsive, and either phone should provide the end user with a great user experience. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the price. The OnePlus 2 is sold via the invite system and is priced at $329 for the 16GB variant and $389 for the 64GB variant. The Mi Note Pro, on the other hand, is priced higher at about $460, and we only have a 64GB variant available. If you don't want to wait for Xiaomi to launch in your market or don't want to endure the invite system or flash sales, then you'd have to source them from a third-party reseller, and here's when the prices get quite close. In my experience, I found merrymobiles.com to be a great site to pick these phones up from. I'll leave direct links in the description below along with a discount code as well. So anyway guys, I've had to take some time off due to some personal issues and hence a delay on a full review of the OnePlus 2. It should be up soon, so do let us know in the comments below if you'd want us to come back to the Mi Note Pro versus the OnePlus 2 after that, do an in-depth comparison with benchmarks, sample pictures and a lot more. So anyway, I guess that's it for this quick look. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. And for more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time. This is Ash here from C4E Tech, signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.